Good brother, author, speaker. What else you got going on with him?
#1 bestseller.
That's what we doing.
Talk to him.
Host of what?
Youth Empowerment Show.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
Name of the book is what?
365 Hip Hop Daily Motivational Quotes.
You already know our good friend.
Yeah.
Carl Michelle.
What up, baby?
What's good?
What's going on? What's going?
Everything's absolutely amazing. Thanks for having me. I appreciate y'all.
All right. Before we do that, of course, we got
Your boy Matt Notice.
And it's your favorite girl, Rakia.
Yes, and we're about to have a good one. All right. So now that piece right there, I Am King.
Yes.
Talk about it.
Yeah, so I linked up with a dope producer by the name of Billionaire Beats, man. He had me in the studio feeling like a rapper. So,
Okay.
so I've been speaking for a while,
Right.
you know, and I'm just trying to find different avenues to reach my audiences. And if everyone's listening to the music, but there's not a lot of positive messages, why not infuse those positive messages over dope hip hop beats?
Okay.
You know, so that was the concept behind it. But the actual inspiration came from that whole H&M debacle when they was calling young black kings monkeys.
The monkey.
Okay.
Yeah. That was overseas.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah. So that infuriated me. I'm like, yo, is this the perception, you know, that companies, major corporations have of young black men? So I had to put that message out as a reminder, like, yo, you're not a monkey, you're a king. They want you to believe that you're inferior, but you're there's kings and queens in your bloodline. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, they need that reminder.
Facts.
Because the television, society, corporations, and your reality will reflect that you're not above average. But I needed to remind you, like, yo, you're great. You're royalty.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That was dope, man. I like to
Appreciate that.
see that, man. And I mean, I guess it coincides with your book.
Absolutely.
I mean, that message that you got going out there,
Yeah.
you're using basically hip hop to motivate the youth in a positive way.
In a positive way.
You know?
Absolutely. You got to meet the people where they are, you know?
Right.
Like, hip hop is more than just music, it's the culture.
Right.
It influences how we walk, how we talk, how we do things on a daily basis, how we dress. So it's not enough to just, hey, turn off the radio. It's not going to stop the influence, you know? So instead of trying to, you know, say, don't listen to this or don't listen to that, why not highlight the positive things that the biggest influencers have said?
Yeah.
Now, would you, with that being said, would you go with like old school hip hop or modern day hip hop?
Everything.
Everything,
I don't want to
okay.
miss anybody.
Right.
I
You
see.
know, so the back of the book, if you can see it, it's a big quote from KRS-One. He says, if hip hop has the ability to corrupt young minds, it also has the power to uplift them.
Right.
You know, so we got the old school with KRS-One and Dougie Fresh and you know, Rakim and all that, but we also got the new school, the Drakes, the Futures, the Kims, the Waynes, and Nickies and all that. So everybody's in there.
Yeah.
Now, with their message not always being so positive, right? And them reaching, of course, the masses. Do you find it like harder for yourself, or you just got that I'm staying in my own lane mentality, I'm doing what I'm doing, and then I prevail from there?
Well, in terms of me writing the book, I had to really dig deep and find the messages, you know what I mean? Because sometimes they drop a little gem here and there, you know, but overall, you have to find what works for you. You know what I'm saying? I was focused on highlighting the positive. No matter what the situation is, I'm always looking for the silver lining, you know? So even when things are going what other people would perceive as wrong, I still know that it's for a greater purpose.
Right.
You know, Jadakiss says things don't just happen, things happen for a reason. You know, so
Absolutely.
even when I think things are going bad, I'm like, man, there's something going on here.
Yeah.
So there's a positive reason for this.
Something you just can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? I kind of want to take it back a little bit just to kind of get a little bit
Okay.
of how this started, because
Yeah.
you and I came up together on Custis Street. You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
We east side all day, CST. You know what I mean? And I remember
Stanford in
growing
the
up
house.
I remember growing up as a youth and being out there running around, running wild and crazy.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like your upbringing was just a little bit different from what I saw. You had your mother there, you had your father. Obviously, I wasn't in that household, so I don't understand what it was. But I didn't see you outside running the streets. Is my point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I thank God because I have both my parents in my life. You know, the blessing was that they worked really, really hard. Right. So I understood what work ethic is and what it looks like. But you know, we still grew up in the hood, so we were still really, really broke. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I would look across the street. You know, and Custer Street it's different because all the hustlers stood on these steps.
Yeah, the big steps.
Yeah, one way in, one way.
Shout out to the big steps.
Yeah, so you can see when the cops is coming. You can see when the ops is coming. So they were all standing there, and I lived right across the street from that. Mm-hmm. You know, so I would see the hustlers, and I saw them with the cars, the clothes, the money, and the girls. And I thought that's what success was. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because they had more money. They looked like they had more money than my parents. They had the cars, they had the clothes and all that. So at a very young age, I started to think that that's what the definition of success was. I thought that's what cool was. So even though my parents raised me right, I would go out of my way to try to be down. Okay. You understand?
Right.
And when my dad saw that, that's when he got us out of there, you know?
Wow,
So when I was about 10 or 11, he moved us out of there because I started to be influenced by the hustlers and the drug dealers.
Moved you guys to where?
To the west side. So we grew up in a house, but it was in between the projects and like the park, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he worked really, really hard, and I appreciate that.
Right.
But back then, the hustlers will reward you for doing dirt. You know what I'm saying? So if we got into a fight and you won the fight, you got to chill with the hustlers all day.
You the man.
As you know what I'm
saying?
Wow.
So we would try to do things to impress them.
Right.
And my pop started to notice that and got us out of there. But you know, I would always try to gravitate towards that, you know. And it wasn't until later on in life I met a mentor when I was about 19, 20 years old. He said, "Carl, don't be so enticed by the cheese that you fall for the trap." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that lifestyle looks good.
Yeah.
But it's gonna lead you
it's
nowhere.
a
It's a trap.
It's
It
a
is a
trap.
trap.
That's why they call it the trap.
They call it the trap.
They call it the trap.
They do call it the trap. Yeah.
Man. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's.
But yeah, so you know, moving forward as you transition through high school, then you went off to college. Where did you go to school?
Yeah, I went to as far as high school, went to West Hill, and it's a blessing because they just invited me back to come speak. So it was like,
wait, you did that already, right?
So I spoke to the freshmen. Now the seniors called me back. They're like, "Yo, you can't come back and only talk to the freshmen." So I'm talking to the senior
they
class.
look forward to that.
That's coming up this week.
Okay.
And as far as college, I'm so great. I went to Morgan State.
Okay.
Oh, that's what's up.
HBCU.
Okay.
And you know what the crazy thing is? I thought I was going there to get away and have a different lifestyle than what I grew up with, but
It's all
B-more
there.
is crazy, you know. And even though I grew up in CT, I was just rolling with a whole bunch of dudes from New York and Baltimore cats at the time. They couldn't stand New York guys.
Yeah.
Wow. So even in college, trying to get an education, I was still hanging out with the wrong group of people, getting myself into a whole lot of trouble. Every time we went to the clubs, we got into a fight.
It always seems to follow, though.
Yeah.
But how did you get away from that? How did you? Yeah.
So because I had that attraction or infatuation with the hood, that's what I was gravitating to. So even in a different environment, I still surrounded myself with those people. It wasn't until I got into a major car accident I saw who was really there for me and who wasn't. Wow. That was the shift for me. So that's why I said even when things are going wrong, they're still going right for you, right? Because I got into a car accident, and then all my friends that were calling me up, joyriding, partying with me, fighting with me and all this stuff, the phone call stopped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When you don't have the thing that benefits them, they disappear. And then from there, I got introduced to a business, and I met a mentor, and that's how things started to shift for me.
Now, most of us are from Stanford. You know how Stanford is. It's very cliquey. Do you think that you gravitated towards those people because of what we're known as being very cliquey? Because I remember growing up and going to West Hill, and if you wasn't down with a certain group of girls or whatever, then you wasn't like a nobody. So did anybody have that experience growing up in Stanford?
I think that's every town.
I was gonna say that.
That's every town. Every town is like cliquey. If you're born and raised there, then you're gonna be cliquey.
It's a natural occurrence.
Question for you.
You know, the thing that I don't like though is what the school system does in Stanford, I don't know about everywhere else, but the school system groups you by ability level.
Yeah.
So I was always in the advanced level, like the college
That's everywhere.
prep.
Yeah, that is true. That's
So,
why I mentioned that.
I was in the college prep courses, so when I went to school, all the people in my class didn't look like me.
Yeah.
They were the white kids that were advanced. They already knew they was going to college. They're going to Harvard and Yale and Syracuse and all these different schools. But the kids that I grew up with were in the second, third, and fourth group.
Yeah.
So I'm looking around like, yo, where the guys from my neighborhood at?
That's why I said that.
I wouldn't turn in my homework assignments. I would purposely try to act bad and do all these things. So I stopped advancing academically so I could be down.
I get it.
And it wasn't until later on, after I got my mentor and became a business leader, I was like, dang, I was a follower all those years.
Yep.
You know, so now I go back and teach the kids, hey, listen, you know, you got to change your circle of friends because they'll have you being a big follower instead of the leader that you were born to be.
Absolutely.
Question for you. What was your biggest hurdle writing this book? Completing it, as a matter of fact. Like, what was the biggest hurdle you had? Like,
the biggest hurdle for me is I've never written anything in my life.
Really?
Never.
So you accomplished
A
it.
In
poem?
life.
That's-
I've never written anything in my life. I have trouble. I've never actually kept a journal for a full year.
Right.
I've never written anything before in my life. That's how I know this book is not of me. I'm very connected with God. I really think He gave me the idea as a reward for me.
Okay.
And then I ran with it.
Good for you.
So for me, the way the book came about, there's a few different things, but the main story is that I took a year off of drinking. You know, there was my family was going through a lot of situations, and I turned to the bottle instead of the Bible.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, so I started drinking heavily to the point of like blacking out drunk.
Right.
You know what I mean? And,
Wow.
And I was trying to eliminate my problems with drinking. You know, but I think Kanye West said, we used to drink until the pain's over, but what's worse, the pain or the hangover?
Yeah.
So
facts.
I was trying to drink my pain away, and then you know, I went on a business trip. I embarrassed myself, you know, so I made a declaration like, yo, I'm taking a year off of drinking. Wow. You know,
That's what's up.
After that year was completed, my reward for the drinking was the idea for this book.
Got you.
Because you had a clear mind.
I had a clear mind. Right?
You needed space to let it manifest.
So yeah, but the thing is, I've never written anything before, but I knew this was a great idea and a great way to reach the people. So I just started writing, you know, and every time I wrote, I just prayed to God, like, hey, just work through me.
So now the book is done.
Yeah.
You get the package in. You open it up. You put the book in your hand for the first time. What do you feel?
Man, I almost cried, man. It was just, it just felt amazing, like having everything that you've dreamt about in the palm of your hand.
Right.
It's like a physical thing.
It was
it's
worth
like
it. Everything at the end of the day was worth it.
And the crazy part is, man, as I'm writing it, like sitting on my computer and all that, like my mom, I was living with my mom at the time. She didn't understand, like, what are you doing 3 o'clock in the morning writing? I'm like, Mom, I'm writing a book. It's gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to explain that to people. So it's not that they didn't believe in me. It's just that they didn't understand my grind or my mission. You understand? And it's because, like, back then they only understood working 40 hours and getting paid for 40 hours.
Right.
They might not understand why you guys having a podcast is late. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
might not understand
The
why
passion
you're working
behind
so.
it.
They might not understand the passion behind
Right.
it. But you gotta follow your dreams no matter who is with it or who's not. They're gonna get with it eventually.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I put it out December 28th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Amazon. By 7 p.m. that night, it hit number 1 in 3 categories.
What?
You heard that? Nice.
3 categories, y'all.
Categories.
3 categories.
So the categories are young adults and teens, of course, rap and hip hop, and also I have 36 original paintings in there.
Nice.
Carl the painter out in Stamford, Connecticut.
Shout out to him.
He actually painted 36 original pieces. And I put it in there, and it also hit number 1 in
so
artworks
it's like a nice
and
little
photography.
collaboration.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
That's dope.
Yeah, so I've never written anything in my life, so that was the biggest hurdle for me.
Right.
But because I completed the task, I completed the mission, it hit number 1 across the country.
So tell us, I mean, I follow you on social media. I see you doing your things.
Yeah,
You're speaking
me too.
in front of many people. I mean, what is the movement? What are you doing out here to change the world, to change the mind of the youth? What is your mission?
You just named it right there.
Yeah.
So Tupac said, I'm not saying I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee I will spark the brain of the person that does.
Right.
So I'm a firm believer that I'm carrying that mission out. You know what I'm saying? So I literally say every time I speak, I spark the minds that will change the world forever. You know what I'm saying? So Tupac he implanted that idea in my head, and I'm just living out that mission. So in every single way, whether it's written through literature, whether it's verbally through audio, whether it's just me speaking, I'm going to inspire, motivate, and hopefully change your life. Like, that's the aim. You know what I'm saying? Like, the culture is so crazy right now. They're promoting destruction. You know what I'm saying? So for me to go against the grain, it's gonna take a lot of effort.
Right.
But we need it.
Because you know it's worth it at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, it's worth it.
So would you say, like, while it's transitioning and it's getting out there and people seeing what it's doing, are you ready for success and the stuff that comes? I always ask people that. Are you ready for the?
That is crazy, because it's a scary thing.
It is. That's why I asked you that.
It is a scary thing because most people will act like they're afraid of failure, but success is scarier.
Facts.
So before, you know what? When I first dropped the book, I thought I would have Drake level success.
Yeah.
Everybody wants that though.
I'm like, yo, I'm about to drop this book. It's gonna sell millions of copies. I'm gonna be on like every single thing on the planet, you know. And 2 years later, I'm like, man, I'm not there yet, you know. But I'm so thankful for the way things are going, because God knew I wasn't ready for no Drake level success.
Yeah, that's why I asked you that, because it could have happened that fast, and you would have been like, what did I get myself into?
Damn mind.
Exactly.
But it would have been like Kanye for real, like right now.
Kanye for real. Like, people be like, yo, this brother is in a sunken place. So it's like,
sunken place.
So you have to prepare for those levels.
Yeah.
Right. They say new levels, new devils, right? There's always going to be something that happens at a different level.
But it's also your form of level of success too, like what you believe success is.
That's true.
Like, success to somebody might be something as small as, or not small, but somebody's first steps, or
absolutely,
it all depends.
Got
like,
a corporate job, got a job.
You fill out the application. Oh shit, just the call is like.
Success.
I succeeded, right? You get me? So that plays a big factor.
Accomplishing your goals, being happy, and supporting your family—that's what I consider success. You know, so that's what I'm always going to strive for. And the thing that's going to keep me grounded is I take my family everywhere. As far as I share my success with them. I share my ups and my downs with them. I have a strong support system. Right. So I always count on them. They always keep me grounded, and I do my best to go to church as often as I can, because it just keeps me humble. Keeps me flowing with love and humility. Because a lot of people get to that level and they have access to so many things, and no one's telling them no, and no one's checking them.
Yeah, what it's called? The yes of death.
Yeah, but I've also heard you speak on balance. You have to have balance. Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, it's important, because too much of a good thing is not really a good thing, right? If you turn on the radio and all you hear is trap music, it's not a good thing. You gotta have some type of balance with that, right? There's conscious brothers, there's brothers that want to party, there's brothers that, what I'm saying? You have to have a balance with it. So if you could take a Kanye, for example. If everyone around you is telling you yes, even when you're dead wrong, that's not right. So you got to keep people around you that known you since you were a youngin', and that can be like, yo, I'm rocking with you no matter what, but yo, you gotta reevaluate some things. You gotta change. You gotta switch this up. And sometimes when we get to those levels, we don't have anybody that can hold you accountable for your actions. You know what I'm saying? So it is important to keep the right people around you for business, right people around you for family.
Sometimes I gotta check for that. I know this kid since little man.
So listen, brothers.
How could they reach you though? How could the folks, get in contact with you?
Everything is at Young Exekutive. YOUNGEXEKUTIVE. You gotta throw the K in there.
Gotta throw the K in there.
That's for my fraternity Kappa, but it also stands for Kaizen, which is Japanese for continuous achievement. So I'm always striving for the next level.
Oh, I thought that was trade name issues. Okay.
Nah, but check it. Like, before we even leave, You got something?
Yeah, I just got. You know me.
What you got?
I'm always
Ricky?
thinking.
What
I'm always
you
thinking. I
got?
always, you know.
You always
like,
late.
I see. Why am I always late? I know. I always got the weirdest shit too. So
Just messing with you, baby girl. Go ahead, get it.
If the powers that be, I should say, came to you with a contract, would you sign it?
The powers that be.
The
What
powers
kind
that
of a
be.
contract?
You gotta elaborate on that.
The powers that be.
Who you talking about? Illuminati?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, because I see it.
Oh.
And
You
so
You see what?
What do you see?
and so
Something
people are
so,
so
like,
hungry
what
to
do you
be in the, you know, in the spotlight and the entertainment. So it came to me and they said, sign this blood contract. Would you do it? Would you do it?
All right. So I'm not familiar with those powers.
Okay.
That's a good thing.
But
Amen. Amen.
my thing is, I will never compromise my soul, my character, for fame, fortune, or anything like that. Right.
Right.
I don't remember the exact scripture, so forgive me for that. You know, I'm still an amateur in the Bible, but
So how you know all these hip hop scriptures though?
hey, you know what? I need to do better in order to know more Jay-Z, more Jesus verses than Jay-Z verses.
Yeah.
Got you.
But no, there's a scripture that said, "What's the point of gaining the world if you lose your soul in the process?" You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
right.
that's just something that I'm not willing to compromise.
I hear
And
you.
I see a lot of people compromising their character, their soul, in order for the bread or for the
Right.
fame or for the fortune.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And to that, I just say that you gotta stay focused. You gotta stay grounded, and it's not worth losing who you are as a person for that
That's
little bit
deep.
of bread.
I hope
you
y'all
know?
heard that.
And that fame, that fortune, that whatever you're chasing is short-lived if you don't have God in your life, right? And the reason I say that is because a lot of people a lot of hustlers strive to be the kingpin. A lot of women strive to be the bottle girl, or the IG model, or the stripper, or whoever, right? But the thing about it is, let's say a drug dealer hustler, for example, you can only be that guy for 2 to 5 years maximum.
Yeah.
But that's going to cost you 25 to life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could cost you your life. It could
Of
cost you your
course.
freedom. It could cost you a lot of things.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, is that 2-year time frame worth the risk? You know what I'm saying?
That's why I asked the question.
No.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah. The
good.
short
I'm
answer is
glad.
no.
I'm glad.
So again,
Very smart brother there.
Where could they find you?
So my website is youngexecutive.com, youngexecutive. You can find my book on there. You can find tickets to my next youth empowerment show.
Okay.
I want some tickets.
Yeah, the next youth empowerment show is November 3rd. So what we do is bring a lot of celebrities and community leaders out to inspire the youth. We make it like a motivational version of 106 in Parks. It's really dope.
Nice.
That's
You know,
dope.
so we started off very humbly, like only 20 to 30 people. Now we're about at 300 in the audience.
Okay, so y'all moving. The support is there.
All right.
It's a blessing.
Yep.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And
Congrats,
God
man.
is with you.
All the
He's
time.
with you. Yeah.
Yo, congrats on a lot of your success.
Oh, we're just getting
and-
started, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know, and
I
it's
know,
more to
that's
come.
right.
Thank you.
There's more
You
to
gotta have
come,
that
my
positive
brother.
attitude.
So
Keep
thank
that,
you
man.
again for having me, man. Congratulations on your success, and just keep
you,
striving,
thank you,
keep
thank you.
working. It's
Thank
only
you.
going to get better from here.
Now,
All
but
right.
before you actually leave,
Yes.
is there any other thing, anything
course.
you would like to?
Can I drop a couple quotes real quick?
Go for it.
Come on,
Mike is
who's
yours,
who's
brother.
your favorite rapper, R&B singer? Just
My favorite rapper,
Right now.
Eminem.
Eminem. Okay,
Yeah.
what you got?
You could just go Tupac.
Tupac. Okay, what you got?
I want the old Nas.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
man.
Let me see if I did. You said Eminem, Pac, and Nas. All right. So, so for my kids that grew up where I grew up or how I grew up, Tupac says, just because you're in the ghetto doesn't mean you can't grow. If you look around and there's no examples of success, that means you need to be the example. So I don't care if there's 1,000 people who tried and failed. That means they ain't you and you ain't them. Just because you're in the ghetto doesn't mean you can't grow. You change your circle of friends, you start reading your books and start aligning yourself with the right people, anything is possible.
That's right.
All right. Simple. Nas says, if the truth is told, the youth can grow. A lot of times as adults, we are afraid of living our truth. We run from it, or we escape a situation and we never look back. And I learned this in church. You just share your testimony. And if you share your testimony, you don't know who in the room that testimony can bless.
True.
Right? And a lot of times we're so scared to do that. And I was one of those people. I was very shy or like an introvert. And I'm a private person. Yeah, believe it or not.
I find that hard.
I'm a very private person. So I'm like, man, I ain't telling these people my business, right? But then I got a quote that said, after a conversation with God, he says, don't be ashamed to tell your story. It will inspire others.
True.
So if the truth is told, the youth can grow. Eminem says, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So Olympic athletes train their entire lives for one moment. You got to give it your all. You got to give it 1,000%. You got to give it everything you got, because you never know when you're going to meet that one person that's going to change your life. You never know when you're going to have that one opportunity, that one chance that can change everything for you. You understand? So you just got to make sure you stay on the path, stay focused, stay grounded, put God first, and everything else will fall into place.
Amen. And that's why I prayed last week.
Well, we're not closing out with a prayer today.
I know, because I ain't doing it.
So on that note, once again, man, thank you for joining us here out there, brother.
Thank you.
Yo, listen, we wish you the best on all the endeavors to come, brother.
I appreciate that so much, man.
Fruitful.
Yo, bring me back anytime, man. I'm here.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, we ready.
All right, peace.
Yes, sir.
We back.
Chill.
We back.
Chill.
That was I actually read the book. The book was pretty, you know what I'm saying? Like that one thing, like when I said like he has a lot of like hip hop quotables. And then remember how we actually brought up the simple fact that it's easier to memorize the music more than Bible scriptures, in my opinion. Remember how back in the days your mom be like, oh, how you know a whole song but you don't know your two timetables, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man, so we definitely hope you guys enjoyed that segment.
I hope y'all was inspired.
Yeah, as much as we enjoyed how
big time
doing it for you guys. Rakia, what's good with you, huh?
Chilling, just trying to go by the day.
Everything all right?
Everything's cool.
I like that. I like hearing
that. Everything's cool.
I like hearing that. I like hearing that.
Yeah, everything's cool. Nothing to complain about. I leave everything in God's hands.
I like them fronts that you.
Yeah. You like my fronts? I figured I'd wear them tonight just to.
That looks so gangster.
Not everybody can rock them though. Like,
that's true.
I can't rock them.
Yeah, I don't wear them all the time. I had got them clean a couple of weeks ago, so they look like they bling.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's good. The weekend was great.
Weekend was good, but real quick, I just wanted to touch back on Carl Michelle real quick. That I noticed there's always a theme with a lot of our guests, and I just wanted to.
Mentorship.
Mentorship.
Yeah.
Finding a mentor, man. How powerful is that? I knew that's what kind of helped change my life and helped to direct my life.
It's important.
Just wanted to point that out, folks. Whoever's struggling out there or want to try to do something, man, find a mentor. Find someone. Look them up. Ask questions. Google a mentor.
You think there should be an age limit to finding a mentor?
I don't think so. Because we got old. Let me not say.
No, you always learning, even in your older age.
A lot of people need help, but they need a head doctor too.
Well, yeah.
What? I need a head doctor.
Let me not be. I'm gonna just be nice today, because
what?
My mouth could be a lot.
Wow, what's up with you?
I just old.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I just think people need help.
Okay.
They need they need help, and like I spoke on it before.
Right.
We know some of our flaws, but some people don't know, and you try to tell them, they just don't know. So how do you get the message across if they don't?
Sometimes you never do.
Never do.
That's what I think that's everybody though. Like everybody. Well, you know how of course everybody has a flaw.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you gotta figure out what you could tolerate in the person that you deal with. You get me?
True.
So like So for example, if let's say you, all right. Let's say you don't. Let's say you smoke, right? You're the person who smokes in the household, right? And
I don't smoke, by the way.
Right. So let's say you're the person who smokes in the household, as opposed to the other person doesn't. You You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the person who smokes does everything though. He
Yeah.
holds it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who's at fault? Like, should she still tolerate the fact that he doesn't smoke or that he does smoke? Should she tolerate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Should accept that flaw because it's not a bad flaw.
The person should, right?
Yeah, it's not a bad flaw at all. I could see if it was a real detrimental flaw.
Well,
That's something that needs you need to go see a head doctor type of thing. But that's something that's
the best way I could look at it for me is that I'll have to reverse myself or put myself in that person's shoes or what have you. And I think if I was to be with somebody, they're holding it down, they do all the right things, but they smoke, and that's a problem for me. I would just have to check myself and probably be like, look, is there, maybe just don't do it around me, or maybe, you know what I mean? But I can't imagine that I'm gonna
It depends too, though, right?
You know what I mean?
It depends if the person. It depends on what the person went through, maybe, or maybe a memory, or maybe something.
But is it bothering
It's fair. I don't know, but it's got to be a fair ground somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it depends on the limit to the flaw. That to me, that's a small.
For those that don't know, we're actually talking about compromising right now.
Yeah, compromise.
Right. So
there's no compromise.
You don't think so?
Not for me.
Who said it?
If you're with me,
yeah.
you're just
What
gonna
makes you
be
say
with
that?
me. Because I'm the fucking man. Damn it.
All right.
Huh?
I'm
just playing.
No, he's actually dead fucking serious.
I hold it down in a lot of different areas. Serious. So
that's that inner him. This is what he really wants to say. This is him.
It's my alter ego.
You know what I mean?
That's all right. That is all right.
No, I'm a loving guy.
Damn it, I am single again.
Single. Hello, fellas. Hit her up. You know what I mean? She looking. She's a wild shorty too.
But I'm ready to.
What I heard about her, son, you better. Oh, maybe.
Oh, God.
So I mean, how does that feel though?
It feels great because I'm used to being around me.
Yeah, y'all too nice for me, man.
It feels great because you know what? Ain't no love lost.
I hear you.
I hear you. Life goes on.
I hear that too.
Word.
I definitely hear that too.
Yeah, but this weekend, speaking of this weekend, was a pretty good weekend, man. We,
we shot
up. Yeah.
We chopped it up with some good people this weekend. Look out for the footage.
Yes.
Right?
Coming soon.
How's that going?
We want to all that's laid out as far as the whole footage timeline, but the audio still gotta work out.
It's coming along.
I had a good time. Shout out to Dr. Halliger.
Shout out
to Inshallah.
Halliger. Excel, what up, boy?
What up, baby?
Why wasn't? Did I miss it?
You sure did miss it, man.
Well, you guys didn't let me know.
Because you just be late, man.
I do be late or sleep.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Nah, you work.
Nah, it's all good.
I don't work. I can take the train down.
We just did an impromptu.
What was it? A witch doctor or what?
No. Whoa.
You would like to see a witch doctor.
You would.
I would like to see any.
You ever got your palms read?
I bet you do.
I did. Yeah. I went to school. I went to college with my associates with somebody that read my.
That's not scary to you?
It could be, but if you're a strong-minded person and if you feed into stuff like that, it could happen. But I don't feed into it, so I just,
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna say I fear it, but
I don't want to.
You should because it could.
Yeah,
If you think negative about it, then negative things are gonna happen. But if you just leave it alone and don't, it's like anything,
right? When I heard there was actually good voodoo.
Yeah,
well, you know where that started from.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. The title was tainted, of course, right? But we're not in my not my late years, but my late 20s. You know what I'm saying? I took a theology class, and at UB, and my professor was like, he started naming thousands of religions and so forth and so on.
Voodoo is one.
And
African, that comes from Africa.
Yeah, it was it's actually a good thing.
Absolutely.
So forth. I was like, and that's it.
But a lot of them use it as bad.
Well,
voodoo.
That's what I'm saying. I don't really get too deep into that. I don't know who's
using it. Who's doing it? I mean, you'd have to probably go to certain countries.
I'm not trying to be funny, but I used to be nice to all the Haitians and back in Stanford in school because I was yeah.
Oh,
well, Jamaicans we call it obia.
Obia, yeah. What about Santeria?
Yeah,
same thing.
I don't. Yeah.
Do you know?
I seen the wildest shit though. Years ago, it was a videotape. and it was at a family member's home, right? And it was back home in one of these countries or whatever, where they would dance around the table for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Where spirits would like borrow their bodies, right?
Yeah.
So for 3 days they dancing around the table, and then they take a bottle of whatever's in it. They'll pour it on the table randomly, right? Just pour it on the table, and they'll light it. Mm-hmm. If it comes down into a cross, then the night is over. The party is done. Not a party, but it's whatever it is that they're doing is done. They succeeded. Yeah. If it stays a mess, they gotta do the whole shit all over again.
Oh.
So when I seen this, right, and I'm like, yo, I think that's the moment where I actually like this shit is real.
It's deep.
It's real in some way, shape, or form.
It's real.
Absolutely. Spirituality is very real. Yeah. Rituals and all that stuff is real. I don't want nothing to do with it.
Me neither. That's why I said
praise to the Most High.
Ja.
Yo, you ever prayed in a certain situation and like your prayer was that strong?
Yeah. Like I've had things attack me before.
That it worked at that moment.
Yeah, but you know what happened? And this was like a few years ago. Actually, I was living in Stanford, transitioning to move here. It was a spirit that was bothering me for a whole week, and I was praying in my head. Right. But when I started praying out, because it wouldn't leave me alone, I prayed out loud 12 times, and I felt it flung from me.
That's crazy.
So I've experienced like crazy shit.
You know when I saw it at one point, like I was in back of a cop car. Right.
Wow. What were you doing
back
there?
of a cop car?
Yeah, I was young.
Just chilling.
Yeah, just chilling.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Yo, not even. There was another time too. Remember how we was talking about Custer Street, right?
Yeah.
Boom. There was how it was one way in, one way out. Mm-hmm. One day I'm at the top of the hill. Police come. The boys come. Got me. Right. Put me in the joint. Now, it really wasn't me that they was looking for, but one of the officers was like, nah, it's him. Like, he was determined, like, persisted, like, no, it's him. Yeah,
they thought they were looking for me, but
right,
you.
You know what I'm saying? So, all of a sudden, boom, like, I'm like, nah, yo, I'm not going down for this shit. I got shit going on. I prayed, yo. You know what I mean? And then nigga was like, nah, come on, he looks clean. So forth and so on. Let me go. But homeboy was like so determined.
Yeah.
And then you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the story of course gets deeper than that, but it was like, yo, that's one time. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, like I needed him.
You needed him.
Yeah. It sounds light though when I'm saying it, but believe me.
No, I know. I've been there many. God has come through plenty times.
You feel that way when you feel that way when you hear that whoop whoop.
Yeah,
I think we all do.
Yo, that's what this.
I ain't afraid of no popo though.
Nah, you can't be. Not at the end of the day, you can't be. Some of them are good. Some of them, they got their methods, man.
Yeah,
they got their methods. But I know for a fact I met a lot of like working for the school system.
A lot of good cops.
I met a lot of good cops. Yeah, so yeah, definitely. Who I could be like, yo, you know what, like. They do good for the community because you see it firsthand. Yeah,
that's why it's good and bad cops.
I know some dicks too, though.
Yeah, we know a whole bunch of those.
I know some dicks too, though.
Well, where is this conversation going?
Well, back to the mentor. So, are mentors mainly for men? Could women get mentors?
Of course, you can call them woman tours.
Women.
No, but women
like touring women.
Definitely. I don't know what women call it. Maybe they call them mentors.
I always think it's more popular with men. What about women though?
Yeah, no. Just because it's mentors doesn't mean it's men. It's only men.
Oh.
Mentors is that was cute. No, it's just a mentor. Mentor could be male. It's no gender.
There's no gender. Okay.
Yeah, you get me.
Right.
So like,
all people should have one, or at some point in your life, you should, seek one out.
Yes,
they're very important, man. Yeah. Very important.
I see, but I always see it geared towards men, and I never really hear women talk about it.
Nah, women do it
because women are perfect.
Oh, I'm not.
Huh?
I'm not.
I'm just playing.
Good.
But sometimes men, I guess we just kind of need it more, especially men growing up without fathers.
Yeah, that's true.
Women need it too, though. But
but it's not just a growing up without. It's the guidance thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not whether you have a parent or not. It's just it's a whole guidance thing, right? Where you like
Yeah, because Cara Michelle said he grew up with both his parents,
Right,
and he still had a mentor.
So
Yeah,
but really, the mentor is about where you're trying to go in life and
Right.
finding
Yeah.
someone who's in that light successfully.
Right.
Like if
Okay.
I want to be an actor or something or a director, I need to get under a
That
director
umbrella
or
of
someone who's
Yeah.
a producer who understands that element, who can then impart some
guide you in the right.
guide me in the
Okay,
right
great.
direction. So
That makes more sense.
whatever avenue you're trying to go down, that's what you got to do.
So
Right.
now that you guys know, you know
Holla
what
at
I'm
Matt
saying?
Notice.
Holler at man.
So now that you guys know, like, excuse me, where we at? Couple years. Where do we see ourselves in a couple years?
I see ourselves everywhere. I do. I said that from the beginning. And the visual is just like there, and I wish I could just like touch on it and like share the
Euphoria?
the euphoria with you guys, but you just
I feel it.
How do you feel about it? Like how do you see it?
As far as a couple years from now, with what we're doing here, the Dear
Yeah.
Brova, is that what we're saying? That's the question.
Yeah.
I really see us growing. I really see us, like you said, pretty much everywhere, just going around. I don't know where exactly. I don't know if it's television. I don't know to what extent, but I definitely see
The vision.
the possibilities and the growth that will happen, that will occur naturally.
Yes.
And whatever God has in store, whatever, I'm just gonna receive it as long as we will all receive.
How about
the
you,
blessing.
Fernando? Let's hear your take.
He said he had enough of this shit.
No, seriously. I have a vision.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Do we know some of that?
I just have a vision. Like, I see us being the platform.
Okay.
I see us being the platform.
The platform. I get it.
One thing I'll put out there and I'll vow is to do my best to provide for the communities, for everybody listening. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of the situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of it, yo. It's something I had the idea, we started it, and I see it, yo.
I feel you.
And it's in fruition for the most part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because some things I know, some tweaking and shit like that, but I'm mad proud. Yo, look where we at.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's such a kind of a short period of time.
Right, but
You
it
know?
feels like it's like a minute.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? It feels like a minute. So I don't know, man. It's like, thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, on some real shit. Like, thank y'all. Like, for real. Like,
Oh,
y'all
you're
definitely
welcome.
a part
Thank
of it.
you.
I know the struggles behind it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I know that what we go through behind it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But it's so
but we come
therapeutic,
together, though,
and
which
we
is
come
dope.
together.
We come
Yeah.
together, though, which is
together.
dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because we may not always agree, which that's the reality. There's always going to be some sort of I don't want to really use the word struggle, but for lack of better word, things that you got to overcome or hash out or discuss and really to gain understanding on where we're trying to go, our mission and what we're trying to do, so we're all on the same page. And I think it is a blessing that so far, we've been doing a really good job. We have come a long way from the beginning. We're still growing and still moving.
Still growing. We're still moving.
we're
Dear brother
having
ain't
some-
going nowhere.
We're having some great guests, on the show. We're getting some good people that, are sharing with us their thoughts and ideas and inspiration. So it's a beautiful thing. It's everything that I thought it would be and more.
And more. Yeah, that was well put, Matt.
Well, thank you. And thank you,
Big
brother,
up
for
to
coming
Matt.
and hollering
Matt
at
Notice
me to do
on
this.
IG and
hit me up at Matt Notice IG. I'm out here. Holla at your boy. Huh?
Yeah, I definitely see a great future for us. A great future.
Yo, like I'm saying, like I got ideas, and I know I need help. You know what I'm saying? I know
We all need help.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's
But
helping people.
We'll see.
Like I think when people see us, they're like, yo, that's so dope. Like I just got a compliment today. Like I want to just go to your show just to be there, just to be around the environment that you guys.
We need help. So if they want to come and help, like press a button on a camera or, carry some papers and, whatever.
But we could use some help.
Like, help. Dope. You know what I mean? You know what was dope, yo? Like I was chilling in the park, right? And somebody who don't even fuck with me, I'm saying, like, at all, is like, yo, I listen to your joint, yo.
See?
He's like, I listen to your joint because he got it off of a mutual friend's page, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, yo, I clicked on a joint. Yo, that shit is dope. I'm like, yo, that's what's up. Like,
that feels really good.
It builds something too, though. You get what I'm saying? For somebody to like to put the project aside for whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
You know, and me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, that's what's up, yo. You just building, whatever. The same way Carl Michelle described it, you know what I mean? Like, just to go against the grain.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anybody's got anything else?
Nah, I just want to give a couple people some shout outs.
Do your thing, bro.
Just, shout out the listeners. Shout out our guests, Carl Michelle, Dr. Halliger, Excel, Giovanni, Byron, Lauren, Sugarcane, Danger.
Yeah, Danger.
Janice Burkett, my partner in crime at the moment, with the To His Demise play coming soon, December 15th. Soft plug, holla.
Big ups to Crollo. Crollo gives us a lot of Qualo gives us a lot of support.
Yes, sir. The
Influence.
Influence.
And we can't forget my girl Rain Raphael. Yes.
You got Inshallah, right?
AKA Ladybug.
Yeah.
How to shout out your old name.
You know what I'm saying? So, on that note, thank you for listening. You've been tuned to the Dear Brother Podcast.
Chill.